Hi sis, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I thought that I would share 5 things that can cause your pH balance to go off. I am really excited about today's video. I feel like these are the kind of conversations that I just never really had, and I think they are so important if you are just coming into your teens, if you are in your teens, if you are in your adult stage. This is the kind of topic that we just evolve into, and there is more about our bodies and our femininity and our hygiene as females that we just constantly learn. Do you know what I mean? Like when we get older, then we have to talk about menopause and how that affects our bodies. When our period stops, what happens? What age does our period stop? Like what happens to our bodies? All of these questions just go through our head, and you know, it's like, are we having these conversations at home with our friends? Mums, are they having these kind of conversations with us? Probably not. So that's what I'm here for, to talk to you guys about these type of topics. Should we get into the video? For those who are in school, or for those who can go back to school days, remember during chemistry class they were talking about pH balance and pH this. Believe it or not, a pH balance plays a major part in the overall health of our lady flower. When your pH balance goes completely off, it's a massive indication that something is not right. You might experience a foul, fishy odor, you might experience itching, you might experience like a difference in your discharge. So I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I don't know if anyone has had this thought, but every time I hear fishy odor, I'm proper like, I'm really wondering, like, what does it smell like? I can understand like a foul odor, but what is a fishy, like, does it actually smell like fish? That's a question I've always asked. Like, does it actually smell like fish, like rotten fish? I take it, I don't know, it's really weird. Like, I've always wondered that. Guys, I have to do a disclaimer, I'm not a gynecologist, doctor, nurse or anything like that. This is just like my basic knowledge, okay? So when we're talking about pH balance, because I remember when I started really taking these type of things seriously, I was always like, what's the pH, what's the pH, what's the pH? So the pH balance is basically there to determine whether our vaginal fluid is alkaline or it's acidic. And I think a healthy pH balance is about 3.8 to 4.5. that's what the normal pH balance should be, and when it gets to like 7, then it's off. And you can actually get like strips, pH balance strips, to measure your pH balance. So you can even order them on like Amazon or eBay. So if you ever feel like, am I off, am I not off, and you just don't necessarily want to go through that whole hassle of going to the GP, you can just order them and then do the test, and then if it is off, just go to the nurse to get it confirmed. So let's just quickly talk about the acidic and the alkaline. So basically your lady flower is mostly protected in an acidic environment, and the reason for that is because it creates a barrier for like unhealthy bacteria and yeast to multiply too quickly and create an infection, which is basically what you don't want. And if it goes too high, then it kind of puts your vaginal fluid at risk of causing an infection. What's even more crazy, guys, and what actually prompts me to have this discussion is because if your acid levels gets too high, it can actually reduce your fertility. So a little bit about alkaline. Sperm actually thrives in an alkaline environment, and the optimal pH for them to swim at is about 7 onwards. So you can see like that's quite high. So what happens is that during intercourse, it actually affects your acid and it increases it and it makes it alkaline. And the reason why it does that is that it can protect the sperm reaching the egg. Does that make sense? So that kind of happens naturally in our bodies. I suppose that's why during pregnancy your pH balance just gets messed up, because during that, it doesn't start from pregnancy, it actually starts from intercourse. I hope I'm making sense. I'm just like, I need my glasses because I'm just like biology teacher up in here. Okay, so enough of the teaching. Let's get to the 5 causes that affect your pH balance. The number one thing that can affect your pH balance is unprotected sex that can affect your pH balance sperm. There was a tweet that I saw actually, and I was gonna bring it into this topic, but I just left it. I just deleted it. It was something to do with that, and some girl was saying that she doesn't even need to do FBI to basically see whether her man was cheating. Her pH balance would just basically let her know, and there was a whole thread about that, which was quite funny. But there is a bit of truth in that, because that will affect your pH balance, guys. That's why you need to understand your body. And by the way, you need to be really, like, you need to learn to be hygienic. If you're gonna do that, you need to wash before and wash after. Clean yourself. I'm not trying to be like icky, but if you're gonna icky, okay, if you're gonna get a hickey, then clean yourself, wipe yourself, and don't be going there using wipes, okay? Get yourself in the shower and wipe yourself, wash yourself, use water, rinse. Listen, do you know how easy it is to clean your lady flower? All you need is water. I've already told you about those products on the market. Go in the shower, have a quick rinse, wipe, that's it. You feel so much more fresh, so much more clean, so much more ready, and so much more confident. And after, have a wee and rinse. And if you are with multiple partners, sis, you're done out here. Second thing that's going to affect your pH balance is antibiotics. When you actually take too much antibiotics, I feel like it actually works against your body. I'm getting to this point now where I'm trying to like build back the immunity in my system to be a bit more stronger. So I try not to take as much painkillers. Like, I really try to avoid taking, like, I don't even want to take any more antibiotics, like, if I ever had to, because that can actually affect your pH balance. And I've told you as well, that can actually give you thrush. What happens when you take antibiotics, that is that it doesn't just kill the bad bacteria that's in your body, but it also kills the good bacteria that your body actually needs to maintain like a healthy pH. Remember, acidic pH balance is good for us. I don't know if I said, but fun fact, did you know that the levels of acid is a bit like the same levels as tomato juice? I don't know if you know that, but that's just a fun fact. Douching, I'm sure we all know about douching. We've all heard about douching, and we always told, do not douche. Guys, I've done told you already, stop using this product. The thing about douching, guys, is that it increases the pH balance, and not only that, but it also encourages the growth of harmful bacteria. You don't want anything to increase your pH. Like, you want your pH to be acidic, not alkaline. So am I number 4? The fourth thing, I think I'm on number 4. I even forgot to count. The fourth thing, that doesn't sound right. The fourth thing that throws off your pH balance is periods. What happens is that when you have your period, it sits on the tampon or it sits on the pad, and that can raise your pH balance. That's another reason why you need to be extremely hygienic when you are on your reds. Like, you need to be washed. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, clean yourself. Like, if you're at home, yeah, and you don't bath every day, like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to shame you for that, because sis, I don't bath every day when I'm at home, but like, you need to at least clean your lady bits. You know what I mean? Like, clean your vag. If you're on your reds, like, don't be sitting at home with the same pad or the same tampon and you're not even changing that. When you change that, get in the shower, just rinse. Do you get what I mean? You do not want your acid to go high. The final thing that I'm going to touch on that affects your pH is scented products. So wipes or deodorants, or I don't know, people put all kind of things down there thinking that it's going to make them smell good. Yes, it might just make it smell good for 5 seconds, baby, but I've said it before, if it's smelly from inside, then that thing that you're using to conceal it is not only good, it's only going to conceal it for the seconds that you put it on there for. Don't be doing that. And if, for example, yeah, you're going somewhere, you're going to be using some type of oil, you're going to be spraying yourself, like, and you know what, I'm going to save this for another video. If you guys know what I'm trying to say, I'm going to save that. Back to the topic. Don't do that. Don't be using scented things down there, because what's it going to do? It's going to increase your acidic levels, which is what you don't want. You don't want to use anything scented. It's not natural. It's not creating a cultivating environment for your lady flower to be at peace. Leave her to be at peace. Stop bothering her. If you're bothering her, that means that in your head you know that something is not right. And if you know in your head that something is not right, then get it right by working on the inside. Work from the inside out. Do you get what I mean? Like, don't work from the outside in, because it's not going to work. Did that help? Cheers. I hope that was helpful. If it is, then make sure you leave some love in the comment section. I'm excited to see you guys in my next video. If you are as well, make sure that you click the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I post. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.